What's up, everybody? We got another workout for you today. This workout is going to be coming from the AlwaysTrain Farm Strong program, and the point of being Farm Strong is limited equipment and limited availability. You don't have much. You just have an odd object that you have to manipulate. What are you going to do to get fit with that? So for these workouts, you should only need a sandbag, a strongman bag, which is what I'll be using today, or a set of 50-pound dumbbells, 35-pound dumbbells, one set of dumbbells. Okay, so we're just gonna program some things on there that will make it work with one small set, a piece of equipment, and see how creative we can get. Today, what we're gonna do is 100 sandbag cleans over the shoulder. Every 90 seconds, you're gonna do 5 strict pull-ups. Okay, so however long that takes, every 90 seconds, we got the clock set up to beep, and then we go over and do the pull-ups. So I'm gonna use a 150-pound sandbag today. You can use any different weight that you want in order to get the stimulus. You should be looking for this workout to probably take you a little bit over 20 minutes or somewhere right around in there. So weight the bag accordingly. But hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Whew, that was good. That was exactly what it needed to be. I finished in 23:43 with a 150-pound sandbag and strict pull-ups. Advice, scale that weight down as needed. The 150-pound sandbag is real aggressive. If you got 2 dumbbells, it's going to be power cleans, essentially. So both dumbbells from the ground up to your shoulders. If you have a longer sandbag, the one with the handles on it, just gonna grab that thing around the middle and still throw it over your shoulder. And obviously if you got the strongman bag, it's just like it was in this video. You're going to up over each shoulder, alternating. Scaling options, obviously reduce the weight. And then for your pull-ups, go from, instead of doing strict pull-ups, do kipping. If you can't do kipping, use a band, jumping, or ring rows. Any of those options will work. But yeah, my heart rate never got super high. If I would get around 8 reps in that 90 seconds or so, it would be pretty jacked walking back to the pull-up bar. Your lower back gets pretty fried. The ability to tighten down your abdominals when you go to lift off the floor gets really difficult, just because everything around my midline was super fatigued. As much as I felt it in my hamstrings and glutes, I felt it in my arms and my midline the same amount. Every time I went to pick the sandbag off the floor, I tried to be conscious of keeping my arms straight until I could lap the bag. So the reason that I'm doing that is when you bend the arm, obviously you start using your bicep on an odd object or heavy object. We don't want to do that as much just because it puts a smaller muscle at risk. We want to move that bag from the floor to our lap using our spinal erectors, our hamstrings, our quads, all those big muscles. Once I'd get it to my lap, I'd try to re-grip so I could get a firm grip on it, and then a hard core to extremity throw over the shoulder to pop it over. Definitely some of the throws over the shoulder got a little lazy, like out to the side rather than going directly over. One other option you could have to do this that would be a little easier, but maybe a more precise standard is if you have a shelf at right about waist high, pick it up, put it on the shelf every rep, pull it back down to the floor to reset. It would definitely be easier. You'd probably get a little bit of a faster time, but that's a great way to do it too, right? That would be or exemplify the meaning of farm strong, right? Moving a heavy object from the ground up to the floor, up to somewhere else, right? Notice when I do a clean, your stance always starts at hip width, and then you jump out to that squat stance. The exact opposite is true when you're moving a sandbag, especially something thick like this or an odd object, something that's a little bit wider. We're gonna start with our feet wide, so we wanna get our center of mass directly over the top of the bag. I don't wanna try to pick the bag up where it's far away from me. That distance there is just gonna add a whole lot of torque on my lower back. We wanna avoid that at all costs. Anything that we pick up, it could be anything you're picking up around your house, around the yard, you wanna be able to keep that object as close to your center of mass as possible. So when I line up on it, I'm gonna make sure that my shoulders are directly over top the center of the bag. That's gonna be the most efficient way to move it. And my feet are obviously gonna be out at a squat stance width. Now as I go to pull off the floor, I'm gonna pick the bag up and immediately jump my feet in to a hip width. So it's gonna be a little bit of the opposite of a clean or a snatch. You're gonna do the reverse of that. So feet are wide. I'm gonna get my hands underneath the bag. And then as I pull, my arms are gonna stay straight. Feet come in. Right now I've got this nice comfortable position where I can rest the bag on my legs, I can lap it, I can readjust my grip, and then from here, up over the shoulder in one hard pop, okay? So that's one difference there, some cues you wanna think about. This is an awesome workout, scale it as needed. Remember, you're shooting for that 20-minute-ish range, 20 to 25 minutes. Definitely don't wanna go over that, you wanna hit right in that sweet spot. Have fun with it, and get farm strong. By the way, if you're wondering why I have this absolutely sick mustache, it is because we may have to start wearing masks out in the community. Obviously this was filmed during some of the lockdown kind of stuff, so if we may have to start wearing masks, I mean, you can't have that beard there, you gotta have a good seal around the mask, and honestly it's here to show a little support maybe to our first responders, nurses, EMTs, all those people who are taking care of things. They have to wear masks all the time. And then also a group of us down at work did it just to kind of raise morale amongst everyone, just to do something fun to stay together on things while we're all putting in extra time, trying to make sure orders get out, making face shields, making masks, doing all that cool stuff that we're doing at Rogue Fitness. So in case you're wondering, that's why. It's also to scare off the ladies, you know, too many of them coming after me. We'll cut that part out. We'll cut that part out.